This is playoff football in Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Chicago Bears. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Now Lewis selects to return it. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from it. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
So first and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Here's Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Play fake. Here's Prescott. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's third down. Prescott yet again. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be first and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Now Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Mahomes to throw, escaping the pressure right. And got his man complete. It's a gain of 35.
It's early, but a natural cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give right side for Pacheco. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. A first down throw for Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second down, Prescott. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The sack there by Rasheem Green. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Up the middle, Jones. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And straight incompletions. They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's in the space past the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now Mahomes to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. This is caught. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. Taking it in. And the Bears are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Matt Eberflus is going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. First down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Prescott now on second down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. First down now, but that clock rolling. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Final play of the half. Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll buy some time right. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. He'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Slot man moves right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal, being chased out left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
Thomas brings it in. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. On play action, Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Prescott down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action now. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco.
They won on two fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Moving inside the 20. And he will be out of bounds well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Playoff lives at stake. Well, this is a big one. Third down. Prescott. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
To throw is Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On the move to his left. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 2 touchdowns, 24 seconds to go. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot.
Prescott.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's Dak.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Prescott.
just get rid of it.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys are struggling to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
That's complete to Lamb. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?